What's up, y'all? Come on. I don't know why they wouldn't make a radio version of this song. You can't say niggas on the radio. I know they really want to get to a point where they can. Living my best life, yes. Ain't going back and forth with you niggas. They can't even play that on the radio. I don't even know why they wouldn't make a radio edit for this song, for that song. Anyways, what's up, y'all? It's Monday. This is October, I don't know, 7th, 8th. What's today? The 8th? I don't know. This man really wants to get from behind me so bad, but then somebody's on the side of him and they're not moving fast enough. So what's going on, y'all? How was everybody's weekend? This is your Married to Medicine review, right? Because we don't have, what you call it no more, Insecure. So I got to watch Married to Medicine this morning actually I watched it. So yes, my hair is still black. I didn't dye my hair this weekend. I didn't do let me tell you something what I did. I had a plan of attack this weekend. I got up early every day. I got up early. I did some stairs. I said, because I'm going to, you know, add a little more physical activity to my ketogenic journey. So I added stairs to my journey. And added stairs to my journey. So I did stairs Saturday morning, Sunday morning. I didn't do them this morning because I don't know why I was so tired this morning. And then I wanted to make an excuse so I can watch Married to Medicine and I could be done with it. Come on, lady, let's go. Let's go. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go. Be nice to you today. So let's talk about Married to Medicine. Let's start off with Toya getting her house built. It's so funny that somebody on Twitter noticed that Contessa is driving a Honda minivan, you know, and Toya's over here building a house. But see, I don't think a lot of people understand that houses in Georgia, it's not, building a house in Georgia is nothing. It's not like, oh my God, Toya spending all this money and Contessa is this frugal, you know, Honda minivan driving ass woman. And to be honest and to be fair, she is buying a house for $2 million and having it built from the ground up, and it's about to be huge and it's about to be big and she's about to get a lot for her money. So I mean, that's one of the things. It's like I hear people all the time saying that there's an illusion that people are balling out of control in Atlanta, and it's just not that. It's just the cost of land is not that. It's not as much as or any other fucking state. As in terms of having, like, being in a metropolis and being around your people and stuff like that, you can get a lot of bang on your buck. You can really be a baller on a budget out there with $2 million and get you a fly ass house. So I mean, I could understand what somebody was trying to do by saying, you know, look at you know, Toya spending money on getting a house built, but she's trying to build a home that is her forever home, meaning that these are where they're going to root their family, and this is where their children can come back. This is where their children's children can come back. This is going to be grandma's house. You understand what I'm saying? So I get her building the house from the ground up and getting it to what she wants, because this is her quote unquote forever home. Kudos to Toya. I don't have any problem with that. She said she keeps making this comment that she's just telling her friends about the house, people who matter, and she's like, I don't think me and Contessa are going to be cool anymore. I guess because Contessa's not feeding into her bullshit. Contessa, I mean, if you really want to keep it real, and I hope that Toya sees what's going on in terms of editing, is like, you seem so trivial with your issues with, God damn, the sun is like right in a diva's face, bitch. I can't see a damn thing. Come on, Overpass. Give me some shade, bitch. Contessa is going through a lot. She ain't worried about you whether or not you want to come to her party, and you still haven't asked her how her dad was doing. So I don't know what Toya is looking for. You know, I don't know what she's looking for out of Contessa. I'm not sure, but I hope that she's watching as the episodes are going on and understanding that, you know, 6 months ago you probably were a little bit insensitive and a little bit selfish and a little bit self-absorbed when it came to your relationship with Contessa, because look at how you're behaving and look at what she's going through. Her father, herself, electing that. She didn't tell. Did she tell any of y'all she was going in to have surgery? I obviously told Jackie, because Jackie wrote, yeah, get your ass over since you wanna. The sun is high. Since you want to, I mean, I guess Jackie knew, because Jackie sent her a text message, you know, giving her some words of encouragement and some thoughtful words. But did she tell you, Toya? Probably not. Probably not. They start talking about Dr. G or Gregory and Quad situation, and Eugene is telling Toya what Gregory was saying. Let's see. Are you gonna get over? Okay, you're not getting over, so we're gonna keep going. I can't wait till I get out from in front of this damn sun. So they're talking about Dr. G, and he was like, well, the way that Dr. G is putting it is like they just been, you know, it's a different story, basically. And of course, you're gonna have two different perspectives, because it's two different people who want everybody, who wants to look, I don't know, like the victim, or to be the, you know, this is not my fault, I've tried, you know, everybody wants to look like the better person when it comes to a divorce. Nobody wants to talk about how they contributed to the dissolution. Nobody wants to talk about their role. So of course they're going to have two different perspectives. I was just waiting for Toya to say something that didn't serve her friend and served the man, served Gregory. I was just waiting for her to say something, but she just was like, you know, even Eugene was like, we just told him after a while, you know, don't be trying to like work on shit that doesn't need, you can't work on. Don't after a while, there's only so much that you can do. And Toya seemed to be okay with that. You know, like I said, a lot of these women like to give Quad advice that serves the man over them. I just don't know. I don't even know what the reason for that is. I am so glad to be out of this sun, child. But I did see her on Hollywood Unlocked, and she, you know, she didn't say much. She was being very evasive, but, you know, at the end of the day, she's already filed for divorce. Quad has. So kudos to her, and I hope that she finds happiness. Evelyn, Jackie, and Simone, they're in Miami, and they're sitting down eating. They're getting ready to go, I guess, you know, travel around. Toya calls while they're all sitting there, and Toya makes a comment that Mariah called them the Golden Girls. Of course she did. Bitch, you not invited. You're just a hater. Like, why are you such a hater? Mariah is a hater. I know she's trying to be funny, like, but shut up, bitch. Just shut up. You're not even there. Nobody thought enough about you to want to invite you to anywhere. And I'm really glad that they're trying to show Mariah with her child to make her more personable and more likable, because as a friend and a woman-to-woman friendship situation, you ain't doing so hot, girl. You really not. So I'm glad they're really showing you with your daughter and your family so that people could get a different side of you, because I like to see that side of Mariah with her daughter and her family, because the way that she interacts, you know, on female relationships, I don't like it. So I'm glad that they're doing that. But anyways, so Jackie makes this Botox comment, and Heavenly says, you know, you see, you do be saying shady shit. You say shady shit, so don't act like you don't. And that's what Jackie does. Jackie is what they call, she's nice nasty. She's very petty, very Southern-like, very, you know, bless your heart. That's not really blessing your heart. That's like, you poor stupid bitch. Bless her heart. Or I'm gonna pray for you. That's one. That's the one that the folks down south love to say. That's a dig. I'm gonna pray for you. Don't pray for me. I don't want none of your prayer. I don't know who you praying to. I don't know what you got set up over there in that corner. I don't know. I don't know what you got going on. You got a white man on your wall somewhere. Don't pray to him for me, bitch. I don't know that nigga. Anyway. Anyway. So she was like, I don't know what they talking about. They hang up on Toya. Jackie hangs up on Toya. That's not nice, Jackie. And they want to know what happened to the group. This man is trying to hold his top down. He just drove by me, his BMW top. He's holding it down on the outside. You gotta love Monday mornings. I know he's like, ain't this about a bitch? Why don't you pull over into some parking lot and put your top down? Maybe it's broke. He's like, I got to get to work by hook or crook, my nigga. I know that's right. He hasn't pulled over, so obviously it's broke. He just got to get to work. Anyway, so they sitting around, they going through Miami. They go to a cigar shop. Simone buys her husband cigars. Heavenly is smoking cigars. I tell you, I like Heavenly. I really do. I just like her. And then seeing everything that happened in this episode was really, really eye-opening in terms of how she does deal with conflict and how she deals with other people. And you got to see a different side of Heavenly, and hopefully people understand where she's coming from. Usually that happens, but then also, you know, it's very, when you're in those vulnerable situations and exposing yourself and showing who you were as a child and growing up, it is difficult because now you're vulnerable. Now somebody sees another part of you that you didn't show. So it leaves you open for, you know, new things and changes to occur around the people that you're around, but it also can leave it open for them to throw things in your face. Like, I know I see like you was raised in a room with no windows and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit. Like I could see Mariah coming back to Heavenly with some shit like that. That's why it's only certain people that you can allow in those vulnerable spaces who's going to be safe with you, who's not going to be violent with your vulnerability, who, you know, you have to pick those people carefully, and you can't just pick people just because they hang around you and they smiling in pictures with you. It's not always that way. And like Jackie told Quad, you know who you can talk to, you know what friend you can go to for what their purpose is. You understand what I'm saying? You don't go to the friend that's the partying girlfriend. You don't go to her for advice on, you know, growth or anything. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So it's like you got to know who you can bring. And Heavenly chose Simone and Jackie because, you know, I think they'll be the most respectful and honor her vulnerability rather than throw it up in her face later, you know. Even Simone in her anger, I don't see her throwing that back up in Heavenly's face. She might, you know, but I don't see Jackie doing that. I can see them now taking that information and understanding their friend a little bit better, and understanding how she deals with them and how they should be dealing with her. I think that is the good thing that's going to come out of that, hopefully. Simone driving, child. She was like this, looking, honking her horn, cussing at people. I said, Simone, you remind me of me, bitch. But I don't be like this. Only when I'm getting ready to get somebody together and I need to put my window down, stick my head out my window so they know who the fuck I'm talking to. But other than that, pretty good. Wouldn't you say? Okay, what else is going on? Quad meets with a couple, you know, from their, what do they call it? Their marriage focus group. Why is it called a marriage focus group and not a marriage support group? But anyways, I don't know, focus group. A focus group, I'm always thinking about is like you are piloting a product and you want these people who fit the demographic of the type of person who would use this product to, let me move up because I'm not about to wait for you all this traffic, honey. And then they, you know, they test you. You're a focus group. I don't know why they call it a marriage focus group. But anyways, Quad says to them that it's not getting better. And the girl and the woman gives her some advice and says, maybe you guys just need to separate and be apart and see what needs to happen from there. Maybe that needs to happen. I'm glad somebody told her some advice that can serve her. You understand what I'm saying? Like I understand what everybody is saying about Quad. She's she's also at fault at the breakdown in her marriage, right? I get that. But the answer to the breakdown of the marriage is not to have a baby, not to give Gregory what he wants. It's somewhere in the middle. You understand what I'm saying? She's not getting something and he's not getting something. And, you know, satisfying the ego by bringing a baby into it doesn't do anybody any good, because these two people are still broken and need some repair. They need to be a little bit more repaired before they start bringing children into the world. I think we got to think a little bit, you know, harder when it comes to that. Like I said, I saw somebody that posted the other day that I don't think people think about it when they're having children. I don't think they do. I mean, I don't think they do. Okay. All right. So, yeah, so she's like, he's not remorseful. He's not any of these things that he's portraying to his friends. You know, they are telling a different story, and you could see the difference in the story. You can see how Gregory wants to be the victim in this. You could see, all I wanted was a family. Well, who in the black community doesn't love to hear a black man holler, all he wanted is a family? Gregory, you are a psychologist, a psychiatrist. We know that you know what buttons to push in for women, for black women and men, to be like, oh, all he wanted was a family, quad. That's all he wanted, quad, is a baby, quad. That's all he wanted, girl. You know what I'm saying? So Dr. Gregory, with all that high-pitched talking and shit and that little penis, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? You better get your ass in the back. You better keep your ass over there, motherfucker. Where you going? You ain't going no fucking where. You in the traffic with us. Dipping and dodging through traffic, bitch. I'm not the one. You better dip and dodge behind somebody else today. Shit. She said there's no reciprocity. that happens a lot in relationships, and you hear the same story from the woman. I'm not getting what I'm giving. I'm not getting what I'm giving. You understand what I'm saying? So the lady gives her some great advice. Maybe y'all need to be separated, and I agree. Good advice, couple focus group lady. Aydin and Mariah and Lauren go out to eat. I thought it was very cute. Lauren is so cute. Lauren does not look like she's about to enter high school, but I understand where she's coming from. And like, as a little girl, I don't want y'all to look at me as a little girl. I want to go to an adult restaurant. So here they are at an adult restaurant. She don't have to pick from no fucking kids meal. I mean, I'm going to high school, goddammit. I'm 14 years old. What else? She 14, 15 years old. I'm going to high school. I don't want to read from no goddamn kids menu where they giving 3 chicken tenders and 2 fries in the juice box. I want to get some adult meals. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't mad at Lauren. She is so cute though. She is really cute. Aydin gives a little backstory about about culture, and when it's time to talk about sex with your children. And honey, the Bangladeshi culture ain't no different from the black culture, honey. It's not a conversation. A lot of kids learn from their sex education class in school, or some ignorant ass little boys and little girls that have learned from watching Power. Shit. You understand what I'm saying? So the cultural, he said, out of 7 of his brothers and sisters, 5 of their marriages are arranged. And if I'm not mistaken, all of them are doctors. All 7 of them are doctors. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that he said all his siblings are they're doctors. Their parents was not fucking playing. And here, let me tell you something. I was watching the Breakfast Club the other day, and they was talking about mental health and how we need more black mental health professionals. So let's start pushing our kids out of the entertainment to entertain, because there's other ways that you can have a satisfying life and not be dancing or singing or rapping or something for entertainment purposes, right? So they're saying to push kids to, you know, go into the psychology field, okay, into the mental health field, whether they're counselors, therapists, something, you know. Let's push them. And I agree with that, because when it was time for me, I wanted a black female therapist, and it was difficult for me to find a black female therapist. But I went on this website called therapyforblackgirls.com. If y'all need to go on there, because it's a directory of therapists, and they're all black. So go in there, black men and women, and it's called therapyforblackgirls.com. If you need to find a therapist in your area who's black, who looks like you, can understand your experience and what you're coming from, because a lot of the times these white therapists, they don't understand where you coming from, and they don't understand where you coming from, period. So you want somebody that looks like you. They also highlight people who are sensitive to LGBTQ issues and family relationships as it relates to that too. So you do want, if you are a part of the community and you want somebody who is sensitive to your needs, because even though you black doesn't mean you're sensitive to homosexuality and bisexuality and lesbianism. There doesn't mean that. So you got to be careful, and there's some people who are specifically there to say, you know, I deal with this specifically. So therapyforblackgirls.com, go check it out. And I don't think there's any referral things, or I'm just shouting it out as a resource for everybody to use. I was able to find somebody that I like and I'm able to connect with. So hopefully if you need a therapist and it tells you what kind of insurance covers it, what they cover, what they specialize in, and all of that, you know the drill. So go to the website and enjoy. So at one point, Mariah tells Aydin, or shares with Lauren, that Aydin's girlfriend before her looked like Heavenly. She was unattractive. She was trying to say that Heavenly was unattractive. I don't know why she has such a hard on for Heavenly, and then turns around and doesn't understand why Heavenly gets that goddamn scorpion stinger and stings her right at the top of her big ass head. I don't know why she does that. She keeps fucking with Heavenly, and they fuck with each other, but don't act like you don't participate in it, Mariah Huck. And then she tried to look at him. You saw the way she looked at it. She looked like Heavenly, or she looked like me. He was like in between. And then she was like, he's like, you're trying to get your husband to sit up there and call Heavenly ugly. Like, you are, how old are you, bitch? Like, that's the reason why I can't fuck with Mariah, because she does stupid shit, and then she's always doing that face like somebody hurt her damn feelings. It's getting on my damn nerves. Anyway, Contessa is going to go, there she is making them damn pancakes in the morning. I was like, you getting ready to have surgery, girl, and you up here making pancakes. Y'all got a good mama. She crazy as hell, making them damn pancakes in the morning before her surgery. Did y'all see the pancakes? I said, this girl is a trip. We see that happen, and so she goes off. Her dad calls her. Jackie sends her a text message. She doesn't really want to tell the kids that she's going through surgery because she wants them to have a good day. I understand that, and she could explain everything. They seem to be open with their kids. I hope they don't take that secretive ass shit. Oh, mama has an ailment and we can't tell anybody because we don't want anybody to worry ass shit. Get that fucking shit out of here. All them damn secrets and shit. Tell your kids the honest to God truth. Just tell them the truth. They ask you a question, tell them the fucking truth, and make sure it's age appropriate. Period. Stop lying to your goddamn kids about every fucking thing because you don't want them to know something bullshit. You only teaching them how to lie and to continue the cycle of secrets. You saw what happened on the Braxton Family Value. Whatever happens in the house stays in the house. Oh, okay, so they taught you how to keep secrets. Basically. Thank you. All that bullshit. Get that bullshit out of here. Heavenly, they go to Heavenly's childhood home. She makes arrangements prior. It's so funny when you go back to your childhood home how small it looks. Doesn't it look small? Because that's just your whole world, and it's right there. And she said that her room didn't have any windows. Her mother kept her in her house. Her mother said, you're the smart one. Heavenly wasn't ugly, but I would like to see what her sister looks like, and they're only 18 months apart. So her sister probably thought I don't know if Heavenly did they make a distinction of who was younger? I want to say Heavenly is younger. You're my smart baby. Her mom used to tell her, had her in the room, sitting in the house studying, and I guess she didn't break out of her shell until senior year because she said she didn't have no friends growing up, but she obviously had some friends in high school because she invited them out with Jackie and Simone. And we see in the house that she's kind of like, going through, and it is triggering for her. And then at that moment, she says that she remembers that her dad died in the house and died in that room, and she's so glad that the door was locked. Isn't that crazy that the door was locked? Because she probably would have, she says like she felt like she was having an anxiety attack. She said, I never had an anxiety attack before, but I feel like I'm having, like my chest is getting tight and stuff like that. So she had to leave out of there, and I understand, you know, I understand where she's coming from. I can empathize with that, because it's like, this is, you haven't been here and I don't know how long. She said when she went to college right out of high school, and she said that summer, because she wanted to get the fuck out of that house. And then let me tell you something, let your kids, do not hinder them from going to school. That's another topic for another day. But she wanted to get the fuck out of there. Make sure that you do everything. If your child wants to get out and go to school, wherever they want to do, make sure you do not make any hindrance for them for hiring their education. You know, don't hinder them from doing anything like that because of your fears and your codependency and your shit. I'm glad that her mother lifted her up and was like, just go. And she did. I'm sure her mother understood. She said when they called her to tell her that the father would die, that her mother got mad and was like, don't come. And she was like, it wasn't that I wasn't gonna come, it was just hard for me to process it at the time. She said that her dad brought, you know, real strict military ideas to the home, and, you know, it was like abusive, you know, in an abusive way. So, you know, everybody goes through things, and what happens to someone as a child is how they deal with people as an adult. I mean, and that's a given, you understand? And they may think that they're okay. They may think that they're fine. They may think that they don't have any problems dealing with people. But like Simone said, she didn't have those simple conflict resolution. She didn't get to experience those as a child. And, you know, it shows in how she deals with her friends. And so we see how everything, said she didn't play outside. It was a trip. What else happened? Real quick, let's see. Contessa's surgery. Scott, kudos to Scott. He's there, taking his wife. I'm sure he's very nervous because they are medical professionals and they do understand the good and bad of going inside a surgery, and anything can happen. It's very, you know, and then we're saying, you know, Contessa is brave to do so, and she's doing it. She's saying she's doing it for her children. So they meet Heavenly's childhood friends. Her senior year, they show her yearbook with all her gold chains and stuff. They said she's always had a sharp tongue. That's just who Heavenly is, and she's always been honest and upfront. And she thanked the girls for coming with her and having that experience with her. And now they seem to they said they understand her a little bit more, a little different now. So that was basically it of the episode. Let me know what y'all think. It was pretty uneventful. I mean, not uneventful, but, you know, it wasn't that long and not a lot of stuff. We're going to see next week, once again, Mariah is pissing on Quad. In the middle of Quad talking, Mariah has to inject her feelings about whatever, I guess, taking. The only time somebody does that is like when you're talking about, you know, I am the rock of my family, and then somebody interjects like, well, we're all the rock. That reply makes it seem like you were implying that that you are the only one who is the rock of your family and that nobody else. Why would you speak out in defense? Like, I don't know. I just don't understand Mariah and Quad. I have a friend who thinks that Mariah and Quad have had an intimate relationship. I don't think that they've had an intimate relationship. I think that they, at the core, they don't like each other. I just think that they don't like each other. They don't like each other. They may care about each other. They may known each other a long time. They may know each other the longest and feel like they know how each other acts. Because when Quad did that impression on Hollywood Unlocked of Mariah, when I tell her, the vocal inflection sounded just like Mariah. When you can impersonate somebody, either you love them or you really can't stand them. So we gonna see what's gonna happen next week. Anyways, that's my time. Y'all have a wonderful day. Happy Monday. Take care of each other.